Reinforcements ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit
Whoa.
ready. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Ah!
Unit
I'm
lost.
turning on my stream, so hopefully
Unit
I can.
ready.
Oh, nice.
Select target. Unit ready. Unit lost. On hold. Cancel. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit
Try to kill
ready.
him.
Howdy.
Unit ready. Unit promoted. Unit lost. Unit
He has elite IFE. Can you make a drone, please?
Unit lost. Unit
He's out of the game now.
Unit promoted.
Send it to my base if you can, please. He's gonna try to kill my.
Fuck,
He has drone. He has a couple of Rockies though. God damn it! Can't believe he got that IFE out.
Our ally is under attack. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit reporting.
He's out of the game now.
You have
Mm. He can still mine for.
He has a couple Rockies though.
You can still mine for him. So.
That IFE out. Our ally is under attack.
He only has that refinery. Oh no, he has a power plant as well. Fuck.
You can still mine for him, so. Our ally is under attack.
Yeah, I can't do anything here, man.
Fuck, man, I had him beat. Dude. He only has that refinery. Oh no, he has a power plant as well. Fuck.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Fuck, man, I had him
Our
beat.
ally is under
Dude.
attack.
That fucking IFE, man. Got me good.
Our ally is under attack. Our ally is under attack. Our ally is under attack. Our ally is under attack.
Good try.
Player defeated. You have lost.
Let's reheat, okay?
Hey, I can join if you want.
Sure.
What's the password?
S.
What's it called? I don't see it.
I think it's just Ed's
Oh,
game.
wait, I see it now. Just came up.
Cool.
All right. Yep. Good.
Da 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 da.
I'm top right. Okay, same.
Oh, cool.
All right. Just muting my mic really quick in the Discord call, so they can't hear me. Oh, look at this. Zane top left.
I go 0 this time, okay?
Gunman's
Okay.
teammate bottom left. They're gonna build off each other. Switch builds. Stefan top right and Ed bottom right. So really, Gunman will be playing top left. better spot for Allied. And Zane will take over the bottom left versus Ed. So you'll have Gunman versus Stefan at the top. Zane with some dogs in his base. Not sure why. Now he's moving it.
Oh, he's AFC first.
Okay.
Yeah, quick Air Force command from Gunman coming down to Ed's base. Any flak? Flak cannon should come down from Stefan. Maybe not. But tough for Ed here. He has to fight off air from Gunman and tanks from Zane. But Stefan's gonna pressure Gunman here. Oh, gonna lose his flak. Ed defending with pillboxes. Here. Gunman keeping his own. Meanwhile, 2 Rocketeers doing a little bit of damage here. There's the flak throat. Zane putting more pressure. MCV might die. There's nowhere he's not repairing it. Like he's able to get it. But now he's not managing his tanks. Still not repairing the MCV yet. There we go. GIs are in there. Ed trying to survive. It's tough.
I'm sending tanks to top, bottom left.
Kind of a standstill at the top. But Ed under a lot of pressure. Stefan with some tanks around his Zane's base. But he'll be fine. Actually pulling back. What's Gunman doing? Nothing right now. I can see.
Yes.
These GIs holding the spot. I see 5 Grizzly tanks. Not much for Gunman. He's got 4 miners for Stefan, just 3 for Gunman. Now he's gonna get sandwiched. Tanks on the side, GIs and tanks on the other side. The Gunman is just gonna slowly die right now. I don't think there's any way he lives. But Zane trying to kill Ed. That's the MCV. Ed is okay though. He's hanging in there. Still has all this ore. Just defending. Gunman's in a lot of trouble. Okay, he's dead. Got his MCV down here. Zane's MCV's gonna die. He sees it, sells it. A lot of GIs deploy those. Oh well. Now Stefan's coming around to back of their base. So Gunman's still getting some money. He can start building down here. Not sure what he'll do. Looks like these Rocketeers are going to finish him off in these tanks. He sent the miner back here. Both miners are down here. I think Ed and Stefan are going to take this one. Ed was able to defend long enough. But Stefan able to eventually take out Gunman. Good defense, but
defeated.
A few buildings left. Nice.
Player defeated.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I should have put a. I had an engineer from the MCV. I could have put it in the IFP. I thought about it too for a split second, but God, with all that shit happening, forgot about it.
One second.
Ah, same spot, bottom right. Oh, you got bottom then.
Yeah. You want to swap?
Up to you. Your call.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
You dick.
Ed bottom right. Stefan bottom left. No, I have top versus bottom. But Ed is gonna take bottom left. Stefan will take bottom right. Zane top right. Gunman top left. One second, gotta check something. Okay. Nothing happening yet. The last game was like right off the start they were fighting each other pretty intense. But it's top versus bottom, so they're taking a little bit slower, I think.
Drone top right.
I'm in their Discord
Okay.
call, but my mic is muted, so they can't hear me.
Rocket coming to you.
I'm gonna open up my chat. How can I join in? You can only really watch the stream, you can't join the game. Tournament games are going pretty soon. This is just a practice game for Stefan and Ed.
I'll drop Paris for you.
Ed has
Put
a
'em in
couple
front of you.
IFB. They can help with the Rocketeers. Ed said he's gonna drop some GIs down here. Stefan needs these to guard these GIs. Ah, they're all gonna die. Maybe we could have planted them down here and walked them up. I don't know. Didn't work out though. I think after this game will be the tournament games. How do I register into the tournament, or just a few players? Yeah, this tournament's been going on for a few weeks. You have to join the next tournament, which... There's a Discord, I can add you to the Discord. It'll be another tournament in like a month or something. A few weeks. Ed with quite a bit of tanks. Maybe the same amount, a bit more. Here's Gunman's Rocketeers right over Stefan's tanks.
A lot of rockets.
Horse is flat.
Can you defend it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now he has a flag. Here comes Ed. Quick kill on the MCV. Gunman chasing, but not very effective. At the same time, Rocketeers.
Gunman has no more refinery.
No more refinery for Gunman. Rip. All these miners can't do anything. Black cannon hiding behind the ore factory. Gunman winning the tank fight, but he's not gonna make any more money, so he'll slowly die. But he has a good what? 10
Oh shit!
tanks.
Did I just?
Maybe Ed wasn't
Oh
looking.
god! I think I fucked up. I think I just
Oh,
lost
yeah.
all my tanks.
He wasn't
somewhere.
looking. I think he lost all of his tanks.
I don't know what I did. I lost everything. Oh shit!
Wow, he threw the game.
Oh, I threw this game so bad. No.
He looked away, and all of a sudden his tanks were all dead. Dang. Oh, he was moving. He's probably moving his MCV. Got a little bit greedy there.
Right here, right here, right here. Your flex. Your MCV. Oh man, what did I do to my tanks?
Oh man, I caught the.
Where did I send them? I don't even know where I sent them to.
Call up the Stefan now.
Yeah, a couple of tanks behind you.
Okay. I'm up
Couple of
now.
tanks, more like 10.
Right.
Close game.
Oh man, I don't know what I fucking did with my tanks, man. I had them beat already. God damn it, dude. I don't know where I sent my tanks, dude. I lost them. I had a shitload of them too. I think I might have just lost them here. I don't know what I did with them. Oh man. That was like a win already, 100%.
Yeah, I think you forgot about your tanks. They were just sitting top left, parked.
Oh, is that where they were?
And Gunman was able to kill them because they were AFK. Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, I knew I had a shitload of tanks somewhere. I was like, where the fuck did I put them?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Well, fuck. You want to try something else now? Coldest, jungle?
Yeah, sure,
Dorado?
sure. Whatever you want.
We can do Dorado. Let's do that. Always fun. Unless they are already here. Ah, fuck it. We'll do this.
Gotta mute my mic again. There we go.
Top right.
Yeah, bottom.
It's RA2 mode, so I can't even read the names. But I don't even know. Okay, blue is Ed. Teal is Sane. Yellow is Stefan. Alright, so it's corners right now. Hey, Gus. So you got Ed right here, his teammate, Stefan, top right. Gunman, bottom right. And Zane, top left. So we have Allied versus Allied on the bottom, Soviet versus Soviet on the top. I kind of want to see how they're gonna build.
He's
on
going
this
there
map.
first.
Yeah.
Some people kind of build down the cliff. Some people will move their MCV. Like, I wonder if he could have put his war factory right here. But, well. Quick
I'm
radar.
gonna
for
make a bunch of
gunman.
IFVs.
This is my map? Yep. Yeah, I made this map. His tank got droned. Yeah, this map should be in the next CNC map update. Just looking at the end of the month. I made a stream editing it, yeah. Ed was attacking with IFVs right off the get-go. Just look at the IFVs. They kill the building pretty fast. Kills the ore refinery with 3 IFV.
You okay?
For now, yeah. But
Gunman,
yeah, there's a
Black
lot of.
LNG. You might be out of money.
Rockies.
Gotta sell the paper.
Okay, I'll build
Sell the pillbox.
IFV on your base.
You have to sell the barracks. He's out of money. Ah, there's the work on him. But they both have 3 miners. No tanks.
There's a lot of
or-
sentries over here too now.
Just some IFVs. He's not like super far behind. But he might lose the ore refinery again. No repair.
Oh, no,
Dude,
no,
where's the
no,
repair?
Oh, he's coming to you. Top left.
Okay. Oh, I don't have anything.
Why is he not repairing it? What the heck?
Building a fucking.
I don't get that. Oh, here comes Zane. Nice sneak attack on Ed. This tank gets elite, it's over. What's going on up here? Just defending with drones while he's killing that Ed. Alright, don't lose that tank. Your miners are not moving.
Come on. There you go.
What is Gunman doing? Is he awake?
Oh.
Two miners off top.
It's looking really good for Zane and Gunman, I think. It'd be even better if he was mining with these miners. So he's got his war
Build
factory
another
up
one of
top.
his miners.
Strange. I guess he wanted to help against Stefan, so he put a war factory up here. Alright, now all the miners are going. There we go. But he has no tanks because he put his war factory up here. Not sure what his tanks are doing. Gonna come all the way back to his base, I guess. Alright, he's lost his ore refinery like 5 times.
What the fuck? He just keeps making them.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'd say Stefan's doing the best right now. 5 miners going, most tanks. Let's see if he can get back here and kill these miners. Trying to kill this miner. Gets it. This one's almost dead, dude.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Like Stefan might get this W.
You have
One
a
more
flak
shot.
over here.
2 more shots.
Oh yeah.
Gets it. There we go. A lot of
Decent,
pillboxes
isn't it?
died back then. Another miner not moving.
through see you, but I have a flag there.
All these miners going for Stefan now. Alright. I think Zane is basically dead. It's up to Gunman, who has nothing.
Oh, he's aiming for your flag.
Well played.
Player defeated. Player defeated.
GG.
GG.
That was kind of a funny game.
4-4, man.
Buffalo says he's ready,
Aiming,
by the way.
Nice.
Take your time. All right, you're streaming? Who's streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
I don't know how to do this. How do I do this?
I'm on YouTube though, by the way.
I can't host over there. So that is what it is. Is anybody else going to stream this or commentate on this? You
I
can
think
join right
Frank
now.
is joining me once it starts. Frank wants to join.
What's your YouTube link? Here, let me for quick access. Berg, there you are. All right, guys. I'm gonna shut off the stream, but Berg is gonna continue streaming. He's gonna stream our series. So if you guys wanted to keep watching, that's his his stream on YouTube. He's gonna stream our series. All right, good games. Later.
All right, see you, Ed. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna
Thank
get out
you.
of here.
All right, gonna get Frank to join me to commentate. Hey, Fonger, how's it going? Let me get the score going too. All right, there we go. So we have everyone in here, but we need Frank. I need Frank. €20 on sexy. 4-2 sexy. 4-3 sexy. I barely played in the last year. I'm about to win the 2v2 tournament. Yeah, it's looking good for you for sure. Let's look at the bracket really quick. You guys, you're gonna face Spartan what, tomorrow or something? This hasn't been updated yet, but free win. They FW they won yesterday. Now they're gonna face Sexy right now. Maybe we should play a game without Frank, because he is not here. Don't know where he is. I guess Frank will join the next game. He's late. Frankly, I don't know. I see. What is this, game 1? Heck freeze is over. Cool. Ed is teal. Green is Stefan. We got Ed bottom left. Oh, corners. Stefan, top right. So I wonder if Ed is going to build off him. Oh, he decides not to. Thought Allied might be better on the top right. But then you got Chandler at bottom right. Buffalo top left. I think corners games are always exciting. There's always like action, like really fast in corners. Yeah, Buffalo and Chandler are Yuri's revenge players. They're some of the top Yuri's players. Then you got Ed and Stefan. Extremely good RA2 players. So we'll see who comes out on top. Stefan with a fast tank. Where's Buffalo's drone is back here. I think he's gonna get this miner. Gonna try to. But Buffalo goes with a miner first. And a tank. Oh, he gets the miner with a drone. And he's kind of set up defensively. 2 tanks and a sentry gun. Gets the repair on the miner. Alright, what's going on down here? Nothing. Buffalo pressuring the front. Chandler coming from the back. What's Ed gonna do to help? Oh, he finishes off the miner that was drowned. So Stefan's down on there. Ed pushing with 2 tanks, but that can be easily defended. Chandler coming back. Ed's gonna help defend with some GIs at the top. But Buffalo has the advantage because Stefan lost a miner. And he also went 0 miner, so he has only 2. Buffalo has 4. Trying to squish all these GIs. Pretty close fight at the bottom there. Chandler's Rockies, or Ed's Rockies. Coming in kind of late. Chandler coming out on top. But Chandler just needs like 1 flak truck and then he can just kill Ed. Ed's so far behind in tanks. Oh, Stefan doing him some major damage here. No flak. He's losing all of his tanks to Rocketeers. There it is. Got his flak truck back here. Ooh, but it gets hit by the Harrier and instantly dies. The Rocketeers. Kind of a stalemate at the top for now. Gonna lose the ore refinery. Well, it's a big amount of GIs right there. But Ed and Stefan are hanging on by a thread. Both of them with no MCV. Stefan long distancing mining right here. Oh man, kind of a bad deploy. Ooh. Ed choosing to just come with everything at pitch. Oh man, he's killing Chandler. Wow. Really out tanked. Buffalo pressing Stefan. Just has to kill this ore refinery so he's broke. But Chandler's gonna die right now. He's got nothing. All these Rocketeers. Ed doing really well with the Rocketeers this game. A lot of damage throughout. So I think this game goes to Ed and Stefan. And Stefan has nothing left. But neither does Tej. All just Ed right now. Ed showing some nice allied play. Yep. GG.
Player defeated.
Hello?
Player defeated.
Oh,
Yo, missed the first game.
I tuned in to the stream
Oh yeah.
like an absolute mess.
Oh yeah.
There was just stuff flying all over the place. What is the game name? S-Ed? Okay.
Yeah, S Ed.
Good.
So it's game 1, 2, sexy. Let me tell them you're coming.
Two.
I think Chandler and Buffalo had a chance there, but I think Chandler kind of messed up in his battle against Ed. Ed took advantage.
What is the password?
Oh, capital S.
All right. So after game one, that went a little bit worse for FW than I anticipated. So I'm a little worried for them as they do not have a member on the team who will go allies. This could prove to be a problem theoretically as we get deeper into this series. Do you think they can do it, or do you think this is going to be a one-sided affair here?
I mean, if they're going to do it, they're going to have to play a lot better against Ed's allied because he kind of took control. Like I think Chandler had a chance, but he just kind of got outplayed.
I didn't get to see happen down there in bottom. It looked like Buffalo had a winning position on Stefan up top, and then Ed just showed up with a bunch of rockets and even the score up there. That is the power of allies.
I'd say Chandler lost a good 5 Rhino tanks to Rocketeers. He had no flak with him. So he was kind of just losing to Rocketeers. It felt like.
This is the name of the game here as Double Soviets, is can you economically defend the Allied nonsense in a convenient way as a team? But not going to be a factor here on game 2 as we go into Heartland. Interesting map choices here by FW Chandler. Now, is this a random spawn?
Yeah, random spawn.
Oh boy. Random spawns on Heartland. As you can see, the map layout, this could be an engineer race to the oils. It could turn into complete lame fest. Yeah, I think you should pick the spots there, Buffalo. Buffalo is not a type of player who would want a lame fest,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's a good point. But their first pick was Tour of Egypt. Maybe because they don't. Maybe because Ed is Allied, they wanted to pick a map bad for Allied. I'm not sure. And they picked this map, and Ed went to Soviet. So maybe their counter to Allied is picking some maps that are bad for Allied. I'm not sure.
Perhaps. At least forcing Ed off of allies here, definitely the right way to go about it. So they can at least have a Soviet mirror game here. This can go into an FW favored type of game where it goes into the long game where we have a slower approach, more strategic approach as the bridges and narrow passageway favors their approach to the game. So definitely the right map choice here by the FW team.
Right.
Player defeated.
Does this say best of 7, best of 9, best of 13? What are we looking at here?
I believe best of 7, as far as I know.
Okay. So this is a very important game too, as we do not have to worry about the engineer eating shenanigans here. Can FW even the score here on Heartland? As we have Buffalo spawning right across the bridge from Ed. Will one of them go 0? Will there be early game shenanigans? Stay tuned, as there's a little bit more space on the bottom side of the map between Chandler at the bottom right and Stefan at the bottom left. I'm curious to see if it's going to be a purely economical approach to start this game, or if both players are going to try to get wild early. We will see how many miners they go from the wars. What do you expect, Berg? Are you expecting FW to have a more...
The game's kind of lagging for me. I'm expecting Ed to go 0 miner, honestly. I think Buffalo might go 1. We'll see. I think Ed's gonna go. No.
I agree. Expecting an economic approach from FW and perhaps a more aggressive approach from Sexy team here. Chandler makes a miner and Buffalo makes a miner, confirmed. Stefan goes 0 from his war factory, so straight pressure, and Ed goes 1.
Like he does go.
So
miner, right?
Interesting. I'm not sure what the deal is there.
He's
Yuri, mine as well.
He's trying to make a play with his drone, but didn't find an opening.
As Stefan with a drone and tanks knocking on the door of Chandler, asking him a few questions. Ed's drone is also running around the back. And Chandler defends the first drone. Big start for FW here, as Ed has a more economic approach, and his miner up top is drone. This slows him down significantly, as you can see. He's broke. He's not building his 4th miner right now with the ore refinery, as Buffalo is getting a nice juicy lead up top here versus Ed, as his service depot is now placed.
Right.
And they're working on his 4th miner now at the bottom location, moving his MCV, just not trying to take any unnecessary risks. Hard to argue with that, as he's building a sentry gun right now just in case to hold on, as Stefan is pushed back. And FW is in a commanding lead right now in game 2, as Ed is still not on his 4th miner, and Buffalo is working on his 5th as we speak.
Oh, wow.
Stefan has committed to selling his MCV. Honestly, is the right call. There's really, in the long game here, they're just so far behind already because of how badly the early game went. So you got to make a move at some point. But he is down a miner, and Chandler just saying, "Hey, all right, you just want to go kill a bunch of garrisons in the center? I'm gonna go straight towards your base. Thank you very much." And it's
Chandler's
just a
coming out on
beautiful
top here.
positional decision here by Chandler.
A lot of dogs and stuff.
It looks like Stefan will have enough fodder to defend
So many
this
dogs.
somehow.
He had a good, like, 15 dogs right there.
Wow, but by no means is Chandler anywhere near being killed off from the game at this point. He is up a miner, however.
Towards Buffalo's base. Oh, coming back.
Stefan not going to make the same mistake twice here. As we have skirmishes up top, Ed is somehow defending Buffalo's pressure as he has sold. Ed did lose a miner in that exchange up top. So it is a now or never situation for Sexay. They need to win this game right here, right now. They are down way too many miners as a team.
Like Stefan in Chandler's base now. They go for a base trade, but Stefan only has
Okay.
4 buildings.
So this is
Well, Chandler hesitating. I'm not sure why.
it. Chandler hesitating here.
But
It looks
Chandler
like
has
he's
a
going
building
to-
in his ally's base. Or refinery.
Beautiful.
he was
That's
not
what I
gonna
like
die.
to see. Chandler's going to win this
Player
base
Nice.
trade here.
That was
Stefan
important.
is out of the game, and it has turned into a 2v1. There's only so much you can do against both FW members. They are now, one is going to the left side and the other is going to the right side. This is what you call technique here, fellas. As you can see, Buffalo from the one side to the right here.
Ed wanting to come kill Chandler's base, but he doesn't know that.
That is the
has an ore
play. At
refinery.
least try to get one of them out of the game, but he has
gonna
an
happen.
ore refinery in Chandler's base as well. Be able to get this ore refinery, and even if he did,
Player defeated.
GG.
so very smart play from FW there with the map choice, with the way they decided to go about it economically. I love Chandler's decision to put his ore refinery on the right side and not on the left side, even though he wanted to put it on the left side. He knew that Stefan was kind of in an all-in situation. He just didn't want to take the risk. And as we go to game 3 here, if Ed goes back to allies or not. So that makes me much more hopeful for FW, as that was pretty convincing win there for them, just all around.
But now they're going back to Heck Freeze is over, so
Back to Heck.
can they adapt from the first game? What's going to happen? Oh, I think they're in the V. Looks like they want a V.
Okay.
They don't want a rematch on this map.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you get 2 vetoes per series.
Yeah, I think they're doing 2. You know.
Vetoes and okay. So Ed deciding on going Soviets. Game 3 as we go to Desert Island. This I think FW would like a left versus right game here.
Yeah, I think the corner matchup was tough for them for sure.
Yes, it is not their cup of tea per se. And Ed and Stefan, they eat, sleep, and breathe that type of game. So the spawns are very important here, strategically speaking, as we go into this pivotal game 3 on Desert Island. Sexy versus FW. A bunch of big names in this map here on Desert Island. We have none other than Stefan and Ed spawning on the right side of the map. 2 of the most winningest 2 versus 2 clan players in the history of the game. And on the left side of the map, we have Buffalo and Chandler. Buffalo stands out as the star player for FW, known for being one of the strongest players in the game. So Chandler, no slouch himself. So left versus right is definitely what FW wanted. So we'll see how many miners they go, who moves middle, when they move middle. Because I don't know about you, Berg, but I don't want to move my MCV to the middle if there's a bunch of drones running around, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe wait till 5 minutes into the game.
Hmm.
But we'll see.
We will see indeed.
After you have some tank presence to guard it or something, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
so how many
we'll see.
miners you going here, left versus right?
I would go 2 miners. What about you?
I don't know. I think I'd if I'm first 2 Soviets, I'm gonna try to make as many miners as possible.
Sure.
So probably 3 then. Peace.
Makes sense.
As we have Chandler committing his MCV. Okay, not going to the middle.
It's a little bit closer to this ore patch, I guess, is all.
He doesn't want to waste time building a structure to stretch over there. Also, at the early stage of the game, there are a few seconds where it's possible for you to go broke. So moving your MCV a short distance, it really doesn't slow you down too much, as it looks like a very economic approach here from everybody on the map as Ed gets droned, unfortunately for him, although the timing wasn't too bad. His ore refinery was just placed, so this won't be the end of the world, but definitely a nice little lead here for Buffalo at the top portion of the map.
And it looks like every player has gone
Let's get
2
him.
miners and just straight tanks.
Mm-hmm. Finn is open. They are both on 6 miners now, and Ed and Buffalo are both on 5 miners now.
Stefan controlling the middle of the map. I think he wants to hold it so he can move his MCV down.
Now this to me displays a experience gap here. This is a very instructional situation. As you can see, Stefan with a much more active position and Ed also with a much more active position over Buffalo. This is how you play 2 versus 2. You have to be active. You cannot sit in your base. You cannot sit on your side of the map if you can help it. All of the threats are going to be against you. You will not be able to create any
Stefan's
threats.
MCV, by the way, as well.
Stefan moving to the middle. Buffalo trying to break free of this grip. He doesn't know if he should go towards Ed's base, but Ed is just being active. Ed is going to the top here. He's trying to make a play as Stefan inches closer and closer to the base of Chandler. His threats are just getting greater and greater in chance as Ed is doing the same thing, pushing up to Buffalo's hill here, and FW is being strangled. Complete control here.
Stefan going with a split from his tanks, sending 5 of them up to Buffalo's base. Open up.
Stefan causing a nightmare here down on the bottom.
Yeah.
As Ed is going to go towards Chandler's base, and this could be game over here on Desert. It's a huge miner kill here on the miner collecting gems. The dogs are being controlled perfectly by Ed here, just getting Buffalo out of position with that activity, with that map control. As Stefan, though, however, looks like he's being cleaned up by the Chan man here. So we still have a dynamic game, as it looks like Stefan could be killed off by Chandler as Buffalo tries to hold here and is somehow doing so despite being down so many tanks, and Ed decides to go down to the bottom with his tanks. Not sure if that's the right call. Is Stefan holding down on the bottom?
Tanks. There we go.
Chandler with a bunch of tanks left in his base.
Yep.
As he's retreating, he feels like he got enough damage on Stefan, but I don't know if I agree.
Ooh, an elite.
Gets a nice elite tank there.
Pretty weak.
This army's getting cleaned up at the bottom. This happening on Desert Island. It looks like somehow the game has just transitioned and nobody's dead. Nobody's dead somehow, even though 2 people probably should be dead. That's just how it goes somehow. Just at this level, these guys, they just know how to make the best out of any situation, as Ed is keeping the pressure at Buffalo's base at top. But Buffalo has plenty of units to defend this. The problem is that Buffalo needs to expand, but he has no MCV. It was sniped. His late game potential has been snuffed out.
Well, Chandler's down to 3 miners right now. Stefan has a good, what, 5 or 6?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Somehow all of these tactical maneuvers have crippled FW. The MCV is gone, and all the Chandlers to miners. But it is now or never.
Chandler walking into his death right now, just conceding it. It's over. Ed and Stefan just overpowering FW.
Wow.
Buffalo hanging on, but Ed's gonna come in and crush him.
Great teamwork. Very difficult to assess there in the middle game, where it looked like had Stefan totally dead at his base, right? Where Chandler destroyed Stefan's army, right? You agree?
Yeah, he did. But then like, he felt pressured and came back to his base.
Did he need to do that?
He should have stayed and killed more of Stefan's miners.
Should have stayed and made sure that Stefan was hurt bad.
Yeah.
Not saying that they would have won the game, but he already committed his tanks all the way to the other side of the map, and he got 1 or 2 miner kills. The other side of the map, you got to get damage, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Although this is clearly not going to be a one-sided affair. We have some very competitive games here, some high-level plays. The experience clearly on the sexy side here, as you can see with the positioning of their units from the very start of the game. Lakeside Plateaus, beautiful map choice. You got to respect that. That is a very interesting map, not played very often. Also a good map versus Ed and Stefan. I know they probably haven't played too many 2v2s on that map.
Yeah, I think it's a map that Buffalo and Chandler are pretty comfortable with. So I think they definitely want to play on that one if they can. And try to squeeze out a win, make it 2-2.
Yeah, I would like to see that map for sure. I would also like to see Ed play a little bit more allies. He was very effective in game 1. A little critical of Chandler's decision there on Desert Island. Maybe he just thought that Stefan had enough tanks to defend. Yeah.
I mean, maybe just in-game panic, just making the wrong decision in the midst of the pressure.
It happens.
The chat says they want to donate to you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, chat.
Oh, are they going to pick spawns? That would make sense. What do you think about fixed spots on this map? Oh, I guess you asked the question.
I feel like you have to pick spawns in here. Otherwise, one team might just spawn with both oil derricks, right?
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this level of play, if you spawn with 2 extra oils, you're in a completely winning position. Completely winning.
Yeah.
At this level, you can't just be down 2 oils for no reason. It's not gonna well. It's endless. It's endless money. It's endless, efficient money. It appears as though we're going to have a left versus right here on Lakeside Plateaus. A very suave map choice by Chandler, doing suave things as always. The question is...
Player defeated.
It is absolutely imperative here, the center of the map, right? Not just the center, but the top center and the middle center. These expansions are what this map is going to be all about here. Can Ed secure his, and can Chandler secure his?
Right. Which spot do you think is the best on this map?
Top left and bottom right are kind of equally good, and top right and bottom left are kind of equally shitty. So I much prefer the top left or bottom right spawn myself.
Yeah.
They should at least be the power players here. Have the oil. They don't have to move their MCV in order to expand. I wonder if Navy will come into play here. It could do some severe damage. Although, come to think of it, these War Factory placements are rather inland.
Ooh, a sneaky sentry gun by Buffalo behind his War Factory. Kills this drone.
Okay. Magic Sentry here. Gets underway. It is currently 2-1 in favor of Sexy. every game has been pretty close as the drone harassment begins. Stefan has opted to go for 0 miners, and Chandler, his counterpart here to the left, has decided to go for 1, so he is ahead in economy, but Stefan is, as you can see, more active with his units here. Chandler with 2 wars and moving his MCV. He knows how important this expansion is here up top. Ed is controlling his expansion area.
It's
Looks like
Stefan
he's
selling his MCV as well.
Very committal decision here by Stefan. I don't know if I believe in this. This might cost them the game. As he takes out the sentry gun, but there's more where that came from. The engineer is cleaned up, and Buffalo is pushing down at the bottom. There are so many conscripts here from both sides.
A lot of fire.
It looks like Ed has more than enough to defend this. Buffalo needs to make sure he does not die, as it looks like Chandler definitely has his side winning here. As soon as the ore refinery comes up here for Chandler in this expansion, you can say goodnight. But is Chandler being too optimistic? It does not appear so. He is up at full tank as the Desolators are coming in for Ed here. He is really behind in... He's not behind in economy. It's 2 miners versus 2 miners, so we have a stalemate situation. The key factor here being that Ed has not secured his expansion at the bottom middle. However, the Desolator push is threatening. The miners are coming in here to defend Buffalo as Stefan is trying to do something, but he's too out-tanked. He has to back up. And do we have a full... Okay, so...
Oh, Chandler
still
caught off
kind of a
guard.
stalemate position.
It's coming back. Stefan's making a push.
4 miners versus 3 and the expansion. So there's really no way Stefan can win Chandler here. As soon as he just needs to move his miners from top left to the middle.
Buffalo lost his war factory though.
Ed knows it's on him. He has to win this game right now.
And he killed Buffalo's
He
war
dives
factory.
in. It's a miner. Looks like Ed is going to kill Buffalo here. As Chandler, a little indecisive, trying to help out his buddy. So Sexy is somehow making a game out of this. And Chandler's going to have a headache here in his base. Chandler needs to make something happen. What's the play here? Do you just try to kill Ed's units? You got a bunch of rhinos. One of them's going to become elite soon. As Buffalo is trying to do his best to prevent the promotion. Luckily, we do not have an elite rhino tank on the field. It looks like there's enough units to defend this.
And Stefan defending Ed's base for him. So
Key
not sure what
defense
FW
here.
can do.
It looks like Chandler is going to hero this out. I am mistaken. Chandler is being cleaned up by Stefan here. However, Chandler has his expansion up. He's on 2 miners, but he looks severely out-tanked as Stefan is knocking on his front door. And Ed is cleaning up the last miner of Buffalo. There is no war factory from Ed.
He's
so
gotta get behind his sentry guns.
needs to defend this. There appears to be too many tanks here as Sexy members are closing in for a 3-1 victory here. It was that was Chandler's loss there, in my opinion. He was the only player on the map who I think objectively had a winning position on paper. He had an extra miner and the expansion and the oil versus Stefan, while Ed did not have an expansion or an extra miner versus Buffalo. Ed somehow still won his guy, and Chandler was unable to win his or help appropriately, as the teamwork was just way too much, even though they were down in a losing position. So after that, I don't know about FW's chances.
Do you think Chandler should have killed Stefan a lot sooner?
Chandler needed to make a committed play sooner. Buffalo, there was a point in time where Buffalo was clearly going to die. And there was a 10 to 20, 30-second window where he needed to make a play and he hesitated. And versus these guys, you can't hesitate. They will get you. To send some tanks, because there was no way Stefan was going to kill him, right? He still had an MCV, he could spam sentry guns. He was up a miner, he had an oil derrick. He wasn't going to die to Stefan.
Yeah.
He needed to fully commit to kill Stefan, or he needed to fully commit to go to Ed's base and just wipe it out, or he needed to fully commit like a small portion of his army to defend Ed.
Or defend Buffalo. Yeah.
Defend Buffalo, yes. We appear to have a fundamental disagreement in philosophy here, as Buffalo and Chandler are fans of offense defense, and Stefan indirectly saying that he is not a fan of the map, as there are many better maps to play.
Right.
What's your opinion on offense defense versus 2?
Yeah, it's definitely there's better maps to play. I think FW wanted to try to like squeeze a win out of there just because it's not maybe a high skill ceiling 2v2 map.
Don't have to move too much.
Yeah, you don't have to watch too much. Everything's kind of on your screen, and it's kind of easy to work as a team on that map because you're just right next to each other.
So country swing
and random spots.
Random spots, I like it. This can get pretty strategic if it's top versus bottom. The long game, which is what Buffalo and Chandler are going for. However, if it's left versus right, the experience of Ed and Stefan may shine through here. So let's check out the spawns. Ed at the top left, Buffalo at the top right. So we do have left versus right.
I see corners because Buffalo's top and Chandler's bottom. Ed left, Stefan right. So it's kind of corners, right?
We have a very interesting dynamic right off the bat here, as both sexy members, this is the experience I was talking about, are building the map here at the bottom right. Both are going to build their entire base there, while Buffalo and Chandler have opted to build separate bases. So it's going to get wild fast as Ed is walling in his MCV at the top left, but we have a wall block here.
The dog.
Nice little wall block here by the dog on on Ed's wall attempt here on his MCV. He has to burn a sentry gun just to kill it. That is not ideal. So smart play here, buying himself some time. Every penny counts on a map like this as the early game gets underway. The precious low resource early game here as the 3-1 victory. Both war factories by FW are rightfully so placed down at the bottom to make sure his teammate doesn't get double killed.
It's like Stefan going a miner and Ed going a drone. Whereas both Chandler and Buffalo went a tank. So they have 4 tanks right now.
These miners at the top right here of Buffalo are a long-term advantage, as they are not mining all of the ore down at the bottom, so Chandler can have all of his ore to himself. However, if somebody puts a war factory at the top left, now he decides to sell his MCV. I'm not so sure about this play. Very committal. MCV sell here also by Chandler at the bottom left, only on 2 miners apiece. Feeling like the pressure is too imminent. They want to make sure they have enough money to hold or make a push of some kind, as Buffalo is the only player on the map right now with an MCV. PNG trying to go around here at the right, but it is sniffed out by the dog and taken out. The MCV of Buffalo is moving.
Look at the top. Ed sending his engineer. He sold from his MCV. Gonna try to maybe get the ore refinery.
This is absolutely crushing, and there you have it. That hurts. He's effectively eliminated from the game. It's only a matter of time now. FW has to make a move, as the MCV, the one and only ore refinery was taken out. his MCV. Buffalo has finally sold his MCV. The FW, they know they need to make a push right now. They need to get this win. His miners in from the top. Do they have enough to push here? Chandler recognizes how all in this situation is. He's even bringing his miners as well. It looks like they might have enough, but there are so many miners from Sexy. Great team tank control here. There are so many conscripts. Do you just squish them, or do you single target the tanks? It's not clear. They need to just commit, squish these conscripts.
They have this. I think they have this.
They have it.
Just target those tanks.
Have it. Team tank control, just like perfect sequence, moving together as if they're the same person.
Player
Not
defeated.
easy to do here.
Nice, they make it 3-2. Taking it
Player
closer series.
defeated.
So again, this is the theme. The theme of this series is the team with the winning position somehow loses the game. Now, granted, it's hard to argue that they deserved the winning position, per se. The NG walk on the Ore Refinery isn't the most James Bond of approaches.
Or maybe it is.
Or maybe it is. This is a clash of styles. Buffalo and Chandler versus Ed and Stefan. A lot of intense games. Some strange, unexpected endings considering where the middle game has gone in some of the last 3 maps in particular. So I really like the change there from Chandler. He recognized that, look, there's no way we're going to win this game unless we win this game right now. So he brought his miners with him and everything.
I think they played that perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what map they do now. I suggested jungle. Let's see what they go with. I'm just throwing a map out there. Oh, they're going Dorado.
All right.
See what happens.
So I'm guessing you made the terrain on this map really rugged on purpose?
Yeah, that was kind of the style of the map, kind of the theme.
It's hard to build, I would say. I think it's one of those maps that's going to grow on people more and more they play it, because it's easy to just mess up your build here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, makes sense. Trainer wants to veto it. He's only played it twice, so that makes sense. Maybe he'll play it more as time goes on.
Understandable. I like your other map too a lot.
Oh, the snow one?
Yeah, what's it called?
Oh yeah, Stronghold.
Stronghold, yeah, the new version. The old version.
Oh, the new one, it's like a bit bigger. Yeah.
Yes. There's just more space to move around, double team and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
A good map.
Yeah, Ed's the one that told me to edit it, and he sent me a paint. I'm like, okay, I'll try, and then so I got help from him for sure. Coldest Peak should be good.
Coldest Peak here, as FW tries to make a comeback. If they can win this game, they tie it up. Curious if both teams are just going to play super, super aggressive on this map, or if somebody's going to make the mistake and both members of the same team go miners, because you got to be careful in this map, right? Like the distance is easy to underestimate across the map here. So, and Ed and Stefan, they both might just go 0 and head towards one guy. If both FW members go 1 here, they're going to be killed fast. So one of them, if this is what happens, one of them needs to go 1 and the other needs to go 0 for safety precautions. So we'll see if they communicate that with each other as we get underway here on Coldest Peak, one of the more dynamic maps that we have in the pool.
Yeah,
Stefan and go ahead.
I was there. We have FW on the bottom left here.
Yes.
Sexy on the top right. Ed at the top. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so definitely what FW wants, the more strategical positioning off spawn than the more dynamic position of like just the crazy sloppy corners and stuff. So you're more likely to get away with going miners in this situation, as we see what the decisions are here in the early stages of the game. Can Buffalo, can Chandler bring this to Game 7, as a drone is just waiting at the War Factory here for Buffalo? Not what you want to see your first day on the job. Just a terror drone in your face. Ed is droned. Oh,
Buffalo's been really good with the drones this series. Multiple miners for him. Looks like Buffalo himself gets droned. He's already repaired it.
Chandler and Stefan have appeared to go unscathed here in the early game. As the miner of Stefan is killed there, he tried to distract, and he did successfully, but the micro Chandler was just too good. No, sorry, thank you, come again. As Chandler and Stefan are preparing their 5th ore miner apiece, we have a slightly sloppier, or I should say messier situation at the left side of the map, as they have less miners. And a common theme here is Ed and Stefan are playing much more actively here. But they're getting out of their base first. This is what you want to do.
There's been a lot of Stefan versus Chandler as well. Somehow it's been lined
Yes.
up that way. With Stefan pressuring Chandler like every game, I feel like.
See how Ed and Stefan are so much more active. They're always out. Ed is just
Ed with a dangerous
going
attack.
in.
Buffalo had a lot of fodder.
Neanderthal style. No fucks
those are
given.
Those are Ed's dogs.
As there are so many AFK miners here for Buffalo, but they have just been put back to work. Tough day at the office for them. Start with a terror drone, a bunch of AFK time. Okay, so it looks like Chandler and Stefan are having a little stalemate here, as Chandler has decided to move his MCV to the bottom left. Very prompt, long game decision here. He's on one war.
Buffalo's miners.
Ed is just causing mayhem here at the bottom part of the map.
Oh, he's gonna
As
get
he still
Chandler's
has-
MCV completely exposed.
Ed just being the all-star player here.
Ooh, just
Gets the
it.
MCV snipe. Did he lose any tanks at all? He didn't lose a single tank with that MCV snipe.
Just a little bit of
Some
damage.
wizardry here. Looks like Buffalo is cleaning up these units. At least he will have a tank lead on Ed, but Chandler lost his MCV to Ed's wizardry. Okay, so in this situation, it's up to Buffalo. Buffalo needs to win. He's on a timer. Chandler can definitely hold for a while. He has 5 miners on 2 wars. He can definitely hold for a while. But eventually you have to assume that the 3 war plus expansion for Stefan is going to kill him eventually.
Yeah.
So Buffalo needs to push out of his base for starters yesterday. He needs to get something done right now. As Chandler is making the best out of this situation, going for a split.
3 tanks up to the corner there.
He
he's
gets a
bringing them
free
back.
tank.
Meanwhile, Ed's killing all of Buffalo's tanks. Pretty close
Fortunately
fight,
for Buffalo, his Desas were just cleaned up, and his tanks are also getting cleaned up here as well, as Ed's lead continues to grow on Buffalo, as he will be able to go down to the bottom and double team Chandler once again. As Chandler, where are his tanks? Okay, they are at the bottom. Chandler doing the best he can in this situation, but when you have just Ed in the back of your base at all times,
yeah.
only so much you can do. Desolators are joining the party here for Stefan, as FW's life in this tournament is being put into question right now. Chandler's base is surrounded by enemy units as the Desolators lead the charge for Stefan. Ed is coming in with the flanks, going for the one and only War Factory snipe on Buffalo. Gets it. I have to take a breath.
Going non-stop. That should be game right there.
Should
Ed
be game as
full
just
control.
flawless play here. Sexy. Can't even blame FW much for this one. This was just beautifully played. I guess you could try to argue against Buffalo's Desolator decision to go 1 War Factory radar. He was just it just that wasn't the situation. You know, you had to try to get the kill fast because your buddy was gonna die.
Right.
Either way, the teamwork from Sexy here has just been no shame losing to these guys. These are some of the best players of all time here. Beautiful play.
That should be the series. Yeah, really well played.
Very well played here. Ed getting sometimes the score really doesn't tell the whole story, as Ed got second place there, but he did all the heavy lifting there. No offense, Stefan, but last game was Ed's game. Very well played. A lot of fun commenting with you.
Yep.
Unfortunately, couldn't go the full length, but
Definitely a fun series to watch, though. Yeah, thanks for commentating. It's fun to watch. Maybe I'll jump in their voice channel and see what they're talking about. Hello?
Hello.
Yo.
Hey.
Hold on, I'm trying to get Frank in here too. Alright, let's go to the lounge. I'm trying to get Ed in here. Yeah. Hey. Hey, and well played, Ed. We were just complimenting your play there in Coldest Peak.
Thank you.
It's really
so
good.
Ed, I'm just wondering how it was. So you went down and you sniped the MCV at Chandler's MCV, right?
Yeah.
It was just crazy because like you were surrounded by Buffalo's tanks like when you committed to it, but you lost no tanks.
Yeah, that was pretty
Getting
insane.
that time was crazy. That was a lot of fun to watch, man. Looking forward to you. Who are you playing next?
I think we're gonna play against Cunts next, which is Gino and Cruiser.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
You guys should probably take that as well. But at least you'll. I think that one's going to be really competitive, though. Gino is pretty real in 2 vs 2.
Oh man, well, I don't know. It was pretty nice. I need to go eat now because I was stressing over that. I was hella nervous. I mean, it's Buffalo and Chandler. How the fuck am I not gonna be nervous? You know?
Yeah,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
had to like stop for a little bit, like take a deep breath during that series, dude. Like it was intense. I'm gonna go eat as well. I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, thanks for
Good game, guys.
Yep, talk to you guys later. See you.
Bye.
Alright, I'm gonna turn off the stream there. Thanks for watching.